Hey all Frenzyfied agents, welcome back to the channel Frenzypool. And I just did the biggest blunder in my channel. I went live. To show the first look of this update, the new update. Yeah, I have to talk about this because I went live and I did almost complete whatever we are getting in this update. All the characters, their skills, the uniform bonus, the new acquisition of the new characters, the story mode changes, pretty much everything in this update. But what was the biggest mistake? There was no freaking audio of my voice. My voice was not available, and I don't know. I went through the comments and nobody just mentioned about there is no voice. I usually do voiceovers in my videos, in my Frenzypool. If anybody is watching the videos, I do voiceovers in my Frenzypool videos, and I did not get a single comment about that. So it's a huge process, to go live. For guys who do it regularly, it's okay for them, but I do it very rare, and I don't know. I am totally frustrated, but I have to make a video. It is what a content maker has to do, a YouTube gamer has to do. So I am making this video all over again after that long live stream, after an hour of live stream. I don't know what to say, guys. I mean, like, you guys are here for the crystals. I don't know if you guys are here for the crystals. Okay, I'm okay with that, but I just wish I had some really good loyal subscribers, to move me forward in whatever I'm doing. So whatever, okay, let's just keep that aside. And yeah, I'm feeling really low. I'm feeling really low after that because I don't feel good. So looking into the update, we have two new characters, two new uniforms for the current update that is going live next week. But you can see here Kamala Khan with her new look, and we also have one more character, Iceman. So Iceman and Kamala Khan are also getting new uniforms, but they are not available in this update. They will be coming as a mid-patch, like what is happening recently in Kamala Future Fight. You get mid uniforms, mid tier 3s and everything. I don't know who's the next tier 3 is going to be. So that is going to happen, and I'm not wasting any more time because I wasted my time with the live stream. I'm not still over it. So two new uniforms, black bolts and this ones. But I'll just give you a look over of these uniforms. Yeah, Iceman is not naked now. He has some spandex on him. Now the design looks better than this. I don't know, the hair and everything looks totally good. There's more detail on his face, and the uniform effect when freeze skill is used, crit damage increases by 45% and 35% of all attacks. Now I don't have this character in my roster, so I don't know what the freeze skill is about. And we have the first three skills being changed, and we have this stun on the first skill and chill damage, and the second one has a freeze. Third one has a chill damage, super armor, and it summons an illusion and immunity to all damage. There's no other all defense down skills or anything. It looks like a base uniform, and since he is a crystal wall character, I don't know if agents will be getting this uniform also. Going through the skills, the first skill is this one, which has an iframe and looks like pretty dope skill. This is the second skill. It just gives him a buff. That's it. Nothing much on the damage, I think. And this is the third skill, which brings the summons, and they keep on continuously attacking them. And there we go. First skill. So that is pretty much with the skill changes for this guy out here. Now, cannot show you guys the uniform options because it's not available for purchase. So this is pretty much I can show with what I can. Now, in this video, I'm just going to cover up the new uniforms only and the new characters, how to acquire them. And Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, this is the Inhumans Atlan Rising look. She gets a really good look and looks like a buffed up character. And she becomes back to the combat. The uniform makes her coming back to the combat, and it looks like a pretty dope uniform and a really good rework for her because the skills and everything is good. 15% increase of all attacks, increase of HP 30%, super armor. And this is the tier 1 passive. When 50% of her HP, when HP is below 50%, 30% recovery of max HP. So she is having a heal now, and also removing all debuffs. And the first skill, physical skill. Second one has a stun. The third one has a stun and a fracture, and 50% increase of recovery rate, guard against 8 hits, increase of all attacks 25%, and all defenses, and that's pretty good. The fourth skill has an all defense down, minus 50% of stacking up, and shock damage also. Yeah, it has a shock damage. It's not reflected, it's given physical over here, but it's having a shock damage also. And the fifth one, 10% of all defense decrease, and also increasing the attacks and crit rate by 35%. So that is about Kamala Khan's new uniform. Now we'll just look into all the skills as we changed. And looking at our skills, this first skill, basic skill, but it looks long. It looks like a long running skill. Look at this. Really good in that. The second skill, this is like a female version of Mr. Fantastic, and the first one does not have an iframe, and the second one has an iframe. And both the skills 1 and 2 is long running. And then for the third skill, which is increasing her recovery rate, and oh yeah, that ending is good. That is a copy of is it Goliath or Ant-Man? They both have the same stuff, they just increase in size, but looks really good. It looks really good on Kamala Khan. This is the fifth skill, and yeah, that is where the shock damage is coming from. She takes these two electric poles, these traffic posts, traffic signal posts, and she does that. Not long animations like the first and second ones, but really good looking. Wow, that is massive. That fifth skill looks so massive. I think this should be a really good must-buy uniform if you guys are Kamala Khan fans out there. And this uniform is going to change her a lot. This is good. And yeah, unfortunately we don't get this uniform with this update that's coming up next week. We gotta wait for the mid-month patch or whatever that brings in these uniforms. A lot of content being produced by Marvel Future Fight. And yeah, now looking at the new characters. Thane, my boy Thane here. Now Thane is a bio sub pack. Yeah, it is the bio subscription package. And then he's a super villain. He's a super villain character, inhuman, universal. And then looking into his skills, the leadership is for all allies when debuffed, removes all debuffs, increasing all attacks by 25%, somewhat similar to what Silver Surfer is having. And the tier 1 passive is 70% chance to penetrate with super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincible effect. Okay, and then the tier 2 passive is increasing the skill damage by 30%, bonus damage. Pretty okay-ish tier 2 skill there. But what I'm going to talk about is the skills. These skills are really too much for a tier 2 character. The first one has a stun. The second one, the cocoon blast, has a bind and a silence. Okay, and the third one has amber eyes. I don't know what the new effect called amber eyes is. I think it's like somewhat similar to stun. The enemies are going to be totally stuck over there for a long time. And decrease of all defenses, stacking up to minus 50%, and HP recovery. We have an HP recovery for Thane, 30%, and immunity to all damage. And the fourth skill is a flame skill, fire damage skill, 40% burn damage, 30% bleed damage, increasing all attacks and crit rate by 30%. And the fifth one, amber eyes again. We have amber eyes 2 times now, removing buff from the target, ignores target's dodge rate by 20%, and invincible for 5 seconds. I think this is going to be really good. He's going to be a really good, powerful, universal character. And I don't know, maybe we may be getting his biometrics from Future Pass. He is a bio sub character. Now look at this. Now we talked about Thane in the video for Thane Origins. We have his 2 hands, The right hand is the one which produces the amber effect, and the left hand is the one which is the death hand. That's what they call it, because the purple one. And the first skill is the death hand, and you can see that skill with the purple effect. And the second skill is with the right hand, which is the amber effect, and you can see the characters there. Yeah, like they're completely disabled from everything. So that is the right hand into play. And now for the third one, he opens up with the right and then ends up with the left hand, right? So he amberizes them and he gets the heal, then he uses the left hand with the death hand, inflicting damage. That is good. This is good. The damages are good, the skills are good. And the fourth skill, now this is what I want to talk about. There is a version of him dealing with the Phoenix Force, and that's what this fire damage is all about. This is the Phoenix Force that is coming into effect. Yeah, I can tell that's the Phoenix Force. Now if it's something he already has, I don't know. Let's just see how it's working out. And full iframe skill, really good damage. I'll just bring all these tools together for that fifth and final skill. And here we go, the fifth and final skill. That's the same thing. He is using the amberize effect with his right hand and then going with the left hand to inflict the damage. I really like this character, what they have done with him. The skills are, it's like what he has in the comics. Look at that, 513 hits. I just combined the third and the fifth skill together, and that was a lot of hits. Insanely good what they have done with Dania. So, one paywall character. Now what about the other new character that we're gonna get? Dazzler. Well, what do you know? Now Dazzler, she is also a paywall character. Her biometrics are from the xgen pack. So two different packs to be purchased for two characters that are coming in this update. So no free character in this update. We just got two uniforms that can be equipped for two free characters that we already have in the game. I don't know, so it's a double buy. It's a double pack that you have to purchase for the characters. The way the Netmarble is going at this time of the pandemic, and I'm making the video over again also. So superhero female mutant blast and increase of energy attack. Going into her skills, the leadership is all allies crit rate increases by 6%. That is a shit ass leadership. I don't know what it is. That is a shit leadership. Tier 1 passive, immunity to silence and immunity to blind effect. Okay, what is that? That is new. That's a tier 1 passive to self. And I think she is going to be an OP PBX character or something. Now this is something kind of a support buff to the mutant allies. You get ignore targets dodge rate by 70% and damage dealt to boss types by 65%. And boss types, I think it should be the world boss ultimate characters and also the GBR characters. It should be related to them. I don't know if it affects to also the story mode bosses also. Maybe to the story mode bosses also. You never know. And this is insane. This is insanely high. It's going to be a really good support buff. Another support character. Going into the skills, the first one. This is what you're going to see common for all her skills. 80% chance of missing attack to the enemies. Second one is also the same thing. The third one also has that, but it also has a stun and also an HP recovery of 15%. All attack increases by 35%, also crit rate by 35%. Fourth skill has a stun, silent, and also the same 80% chance of missing attack. The fifth one has a silence and stun, and again missing attack, and invincible for 5 seconds. Going into the skills quickly. I don't believe it, I'm just doing this again. The first skill is a basic skill, and she does that light movement, pretty good. And the second one, this is the second one, short skill, short iframe skill. And the third skill produces the disco ball above, and this ring of light, you go outside this and you get inside, you get the heals. the heal starts coming up when you enter this ring in here, right? So that is a really good one. So you will be getting continuous heal with this thing going around for some time. And then the fourth one has all this rainbow splash thing. Pretty good high frame skill. It also has the silence and the stun also. And here we go. That is a pretty dope skill. And the fifth skill, she does not have an iframe on that, but it is a good skill and it looks AoE, affecting a large area. But if you have this turned on, then you can go in with all the skills. Now this is a copy of Mantis. If you guys have played with Mantis in the game, she also has this thing protecting her, this ring. But the thing with Mantis is the ring moves along with her. It's also there for Wasp also. The Wasp is also having this, but here it is fixed. So, but the area is quite large. It is quite large, pretty good with that. And here we go, the fifth skill also. So really good character, but the downfall is paywall. So 2 paywall characters that we are getting. I don't know what to say, guys. Netmarble is getting greedier. Now going into the uniform for Medusa, this is exactly from the Inhumans vs X-Men edition, if you guys have read it, and the skills are also looking somewhat similar to that. It looks totally good, and here is the Transient Potential button. I'll come to that in a separate video. There is going to be a separate video about the changes and game mode stuff. This is only the character reviews. And in Humans, she is still a superhero female. And going for the skills, the leadership changes to 45% increase of all attacks. So that's a 3% increase from her previous uniform, the Monsters Unleashed uniform. But I think instead of going for that uniform, it's better to go for this one now, because the skill changes are totally insane, along with the Awakened skill. Okay, along with the Awakened skill. Now we gotta talk a lot about, now I'll just show you guys the uniform effect here. Uniform effect is enhancing the 2 skills, which is her leadership and also her tier 2, I think. Also the tier 1 passive also, I think. And going for the uniform options, you need Crystal, the Fantastic Four one, and yeah, Spider-Man 2099, Hulk team suit, Endgame team suit, and Cyclops Phoenix 5 uniform. Yeah, that is good. And Luna Snow, yeah. It started off really awkward and towards the end it's good. Everybody should be having this uniform. Now what are the differences in this? We saw the leadership changes. Now what is the tier 1 passive? Check this out. Inhuman allies increasing damage dealt to supervillain types of 45%. So she is also a support character now, but only for the Inhuman allies. Now taking into consideration, right now we have Medusa, Black Bolt, and I don't know, and Kamala Khan also coming with the uniform, and then Teen. These are the Inhuman characters, so they will be benefiting with this. The other Inhuman characters needs rework, so this is going to be working for them really well. That is a really good support, and so it's also confirmation that we will be getting more Inhuman uniforms and reworks in the coming up updates. This is like a part 1 or something. There should be more. We saw those sneaks for the 2 uniforms. It's really good they added the uniform for Kamala Khan and Iceman to review, because Star Agents will not be getting the privileges to test mid-month updates or patches, as you guys know. That was good. That is good. And here we go. This is the tier 2 passive, and the first skill is a basic physical skill. The second one has a bleed. The third one has a 15% of max XP. Yeah, we're getting survivability for Medusa now, and increasing all attacks by 70%. This is huge that I have never seen this thing. Crit rate by 45%, and immunity to all damage. The fourth one, bleed damage, silence, all defense down, 30% ignore defense, ignores dodge rate by 30%. This is totally good. I think she is going to be a meta in the Universal and Universal female ABX. I think she is going to be a competitor with Captain Marvel. I bet you guys, I bet you about that. And fifth skill is also bleed damage, incapacitation, paralysis, penetrate, super armor, 35% increase of all attacks. Now the awaken skill, don't make me start with that. This is like a huge lesson to study or something. And just look at this: burn damage, bleed damage, stun, freeze, and all defense down. Okay, when I'll show you the skills so you can see how the stun, freeze, and burn is coming in. And to self, crit rate increase, crit damage increase, dodge rate, ignore dodge rate by 70%, removing debuffs, invincible, increasing 50% of damage for one attack. It's like a proc. And accumulation dealt to the enemy. It's not the accumulation that you get when you get hit. It's true damage dealt to the enemy, increasing all attacks by 20%. What is this? This is some insane uniform for Medusa. I think I should buy this one. And let's look into her skills now. All the skills also look so neat. They look so neat. This is the first skill. Check this out. The second skill. Whoa. You guys see that? Look at that. No iframe. On the first skill there's an iframe. On the second one there's no iframe. Just come here, guys. Now going with the third skill. That's the heal. And she does the slap with her. Okay, look at that. Now the fourth skill, this is what I want to talk about. Did you guys just see that? This is exactly from the Inhumans versus X-Men comics. She does this when a young Beast, a different version of Beast comes to confront her, and she just destroys the whole facility or something with it. I'm not giving out any spoilers, you guys can go check it out in the comics. And this is exactly from the comics. I just imagine they would be doing this, and they did it. Netmarble really did it. What a one. Here we go. Fifth skill is a long skill. You have an iframe towards the end, but look at the area of damage that it does. And I am so in love with the Queen of the Inhumans, the skills and everything. Are you guys ready for the awakening skill now? Here we go. Now another thing that I wanted to point out is the awakening skill position has been changed. It's now at the position of the tier 3 skill now. So it's a confirmation awakened characters won't be getting another tier 3 skill or anything. So this is going to be a separate division. Tier 3 characters and awakening characters are going to be a separate division. That's where the Transient Potential functionality also comes into play. And here we go. We can see Kamala Khan on the end over there and Crystal over here, and that's how the burn and the freeze effect comes in. Just do it from this angle so we can see both these guys. Okay, that angle also did not work out really well. We just try from here, and look at that, that's Crystal, and Kamala Khan is also there. You guys can just see to the previous point, you can see Kamala Khan also coming in. So pretty cool skills and everything. Now for the final character, Black Kaga Bolton. He's getting the Marvel's X version. He is still a superhero. I was just afraid they would change it because it's Netmarble, but he's still a superhero. And going into the uniform effects, we have decrease all damage by 15%, and these ones, the tier passive 1, 2, and also the leadership also has changed. And we'll just go 7 skill changes, guys. And look at this. To the Inhuman allies, we're getting 65% of increase of all attacks, which is so high. It is so high. But to Inhuman allies, and from 30% to 65%, that's huge. And removing all debuffs, that's for the tier 1 passive, and for the tier 2 passive is increasing the chain hit damage and skill damage by 35%. And I think the energy CTP is going to work out really well with him. It's going to be really good for him. Skill changes: stun on the first one. On the second one, we have bleed damage and stun. Third one, we have shock damage and accumulation, true damage dealt to the enemy. So this is accumulation of true damage dealt, not we receive. Another good addition. And we have an all defense on the fourth skill, guard against 5 hits. And on the fifth skill, we have HP recovery, very important for Black Bolt. Stun and the silence, increasing attack and crit rate by 40%. This is really good. Good rework. I'll just show you guys with the this one also, the uniform options also. And first one is Human Torch, Future Foundation. Second one is Emma Frost, Phoenix 5. I don't know, that is not so good, but you get the energy attack stats from that, right? And Wolverine, X-Force uniform. Endgame uniform for Captain America. Everybody will be having that. I bet everybody is having that. And the Vision and Canny Avengers. So this is a free-to-play character and a really low price uniform, so you can get that extra energy attack for Black Bolt. A quick look into the skills. This is the last character that we are going to review in this video. And here we go. First skill. That's just basic combat skill over there. And now going into the second skill, which he does a lot of lash with his wings on his new uniform. He does that. There we go. And the third one is this electron stuff. This, what is it called? Electron strike. And pretty good skill. It's a full iframe skill. Really good skill. Really good. Looks good. And for the fourth skill is the Scream, and this is a long running skill. You guys have seen that muted live stream video. You must have seen I did this with Black Bolt. It's a long skill. Look at that. The hits are insane. We just crossed 600 hits, and that skill is good. This is the fifth skill, which has an animation, gives him the heal and that wide area. AoE is so large on this. So we can start off with this, which we can cancel out into this fifth skill, and here we can shift into the fourth, and look at that. We are going to do insane damage with Black Bolt, guys. He is going to be a good meta, I think. Now for the tier 3 skill, here it is. Look at that, he goes into slow motion now, check that out. Here it is. Totally dope uniform for Black Bolt. Hands on the best one, and best reworks. Best reworks for Medusa and Black Bolt. Just keeping those new characters aside over there. Now just like this preview of this tier 3, you know, this advancement video, it has been also added for the awakening characters. Now you can see the awakening characters or videos also over here. Okay, that is it's not something huge, but that's another addition. Now since we are into this video, I'll just talk you guys about this Transient Potential thing. Now this is the new button. It's a two-step procedure for the awakening characters. Now you awaken your character, and after that you Transient Potential. Okay, here there are materials required for this, but for the previous awakened characters, it is free for these characters. And also they have introduced tokens to increase the gears to 25. These tokens are purchased for gold, and I'll show you guys just an example over here. Mystique has not been ranked up her gears, and this is the token. You get it from the shop, you purchase it for gold, and you can get the gears to 25. Why do you need to get it to 25? Because that's the only way you can get the Transient Potential. And here you can see, just like a tier 3 upgrade, you get your stats bumped up. The physical attack for Amadeus Cho is increasing by 7,000, and also the HP by 13k. So they are going to get almost a tier 3 kind of effect. And also the background here, Bitter Rebel has been transcended. In the live I did it, so you get this purple background for the Transient Potential characters now, just like the red background of tier 3 characters. So this addition, I think they will be bringing in new methods for all the other characters in the game. I think that's how they are going to bring up the level of the characters. Now how much materials do you need for Transcending Potential? It's 100 awakening crystals and 200 gem fragments. That's the amount you need. Here also I can Transcend Potential. So that is about the Transcend Potential setup in this. I'll just show you guys how much the token price is. I think it's easier to go through this. This is in the store, and here it is. You get it for 100. For 100 gold coins, you get 100 tokens. So that is about the new characters, the uniforms, the uniform options, and about the transient potential. I will be needing to make a video about the story modes also, the new stuff from that. So I'll be making a separate video on that, and I'll be testing out all these characters in different game modes, ABX, story missions, and everything. And until I see you guys in the next video, keep supporting, guys. I need all your support really badly. And comment up for crystals. I'll be giving out crystals in the last pre-APK video, so comment up for crystals also. Let's see you guys the next time. Take care, stay home, stay safe, agents.